video is going along with Chapter 16, Section 2, where we're working along with estimating the value of a company's inventory. Number 1 says, using the retail method, estimate the value of the ending inventory at cost on June 30th from the following information for Perfume Bazaar. Round the cost ratio to the nearest whole percent. So let's see how they got this information. Well, they have beginning inventory. They had some purchases. Okay, and so pretty straightforward on goods available for sale. They just added those up. So that's pretty straightforward. Same thing with the retail. Various dates, added them up. And the cost ratio is your cost divided by your retail cost. So simply plug those numbers in, got a decimal, rounded it, changed to a percent. Then the rest of the process is you're looking at your goods available for sale, which is what we figured up over here. You're subtracting your net sales, which they gave you. They provided that for you. So we subtracted those. So our ending inventory at retail, taking our cost factor that we came up with, they changed it back to a decimal in order to multiply it. And they came up with $7,003. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to do number 2. It's in the book. It's not one of yours, but it looks very similar to what we just did, and let's see how they got those numbers. Beginning inventory, the information is right there. All they did was total. Same thing here. So in order to get your cost ratio, total inventory at cost, total inventory at retail, divide. 33.3, it's 0.33 and some rounding. They moved it over and rounded. So then we had a goods available for sale, which we already came up with. We subtract our net sales, which they gave us. We have an ending inventory. We multiply it back as a decimal at our estimated cost, and we come up with our value. So again, it's pretty straightforward. Number 3 is one that you're going to do. It looks very similar to this, so it's pretty straightforward. Okay, number 4, another way to calculate this information. Rambo Supply maintains a gross margin of 40%. So that's their profit part. So they're paying 40% from the 100, so they're paying 60%, or 0.6 as a decimal. That's where they got that. 100% take away their profit margin leaves you with 60% or 0.6 as a decimal. So that's where that came from, the difference. November, at a beginning inventory, 178.4. They purchased 91.2. Net sales. So here's the information, very similar to what we were just doing. So beginning inventory, purchases, total. Pretty straightforward too. They had a cost of goods sold times their percent. We calculated 129.480. So we take our numbers in, total goods for sale, subtract cost of goods sold, estimated ending inventory. Now this is estimated. This isn't doing a physical count. They're just approximating this. This is one way to do it, because sometimes you have so many nuts and bolts and stuff, it's kind of hard to get an accurate count. So they're just giving an estimated here, which is what they're doing with these. So let's do another one of those. This is number 6. Number 5 was one of your homework ones. It's going to look pretty similar to this. Everlast Engineering Supply maintains a gross margin of 58%. So they're going to subtract that from the 100, so they're going to pay about 0.42. Okay, so they're just going to subtract that. In June, the company had a beginning inventory, 622.5, purchased 92.4, net sales. So just like what we've done before, beginning inventory, what we added to it, total goods for sale. Okay. Estimated cost of the goods sold times our cost of purchasing the items. We subtract that from our goods available for sale that we already figured out to get our estimated ending inventory. Okay, again, pretty straightforward, just simply taking the information, looking at the text, to see how they're applying it and in what way. So again, with all of the chapters, read all the information carefully before you do the homework so you understand exactly what you're applying, how you're using the mathematics, and have fun with these.